Hey YouTube, it's Chris, Wes O'Brien. It's been about 10 or 11 days since my last video. I've not had anything to show you or tell you, so that's why. But I do today. A few things. Smoking Peretti's Ampersand. It's fast becoming, I think, possibly my favourite ever Virginia. It's between that and tick. That and Jermaine's medium flake. But I only just lit it, it's a charring light. I hope everyone's having a nice weekend. Smoking it in the Dublin I made myself, if you've never seen it. But yeah, it's been wet. I had to put a tarp on the roof of my workshop. The volume of rain has been forcing it in through the seams. It's been incredible. And looking behind me now, we're probably going to have some more today. But this was our first bit of sun, so I thought I'd get outside and have a smoke. Can't talk and smoke. Doesn't work, it goes out. But yeah, today's the first bit of sunshine. We've even had snow up the top, so I'm in September. So autumn came in with a bang after that super hot summer. I mean, it's very welcome, really. Grass is growing again. My tomatoes stalled, so they're on the way out. I'll have to make some chutney, I think. It went very cold and wet, and they didn't like it. So that's the end of them for the season. But I've had a good crop. I've still got a few I can use. All the green ones, I'll just make a chutney, I think. Anyway, so one thing about living in the Alps is the base level for the clouds is, or the ceiling level can be quite low in comparison to the ground. So today, I don't know if you can see that, but that low cloud, that's at the same altitude as me. About an hour ago it was below me, so it is raising with the pressure changes. Yes, it's pretty cool. They have a thing here called, they call it the Mer de Nuages, which is the Sea of Clouds. And if you're in a valley, sometimes the whole valley fills up with cloud. And if you're high enough up, it'll spill over the tops of the mountains like a waterfall. It's fucking fantastic, excuse my French. Anyway, so I've made a couple of pipes for Warwickshire Piper on YouTube. Hasn't done a video for a while, I don't think, but I know he's had a lot on. Johnny saw my squash tomato and promptly ordered 2, so that's what I've been doing. It's quite a long, time-consuming shape to produce. This, I said on the first one I did, excuse me, that getting it uniform is very tricky because of the openness of the curves. So I did one which was a replication of the previous one with the rustication, but this time with the Eldritch Amber Flame. Really cool stem, that. These are sort of translucent and opaque mixed, and matte in fact, so you can see through this when the light shines on it. So that's him. So yeah, what I mean is getting the sides even, because in terms of the lathing, you can only go down sort of 5 or 6 mil, and then this is all the rest of it's by hand and eye. These are non-filter this time. So I said in my last video I was trying to develop a range for filter pipes, but they also work as non-filter, which is nice. I don't want to leave people out. I mean, I think I've got a couple of filter pipes knocking around, but I don't really get on with them, to be honest. I find I suck too hard. And in fact, one of them, which is a rat trays my late father bought me, which is a bit of a shame. I'm actually trying to get some smoke into my mouth. And it's user error. Let's be right. I've actually charred the air hole for at the bottom of the chamber. So yeah, they're not for me. And plus, as a pipe maker, it's kind of difficult because it restricts you in what you can do unless you enjoy the shape, right? So there's less you can do, but it doesn't mean it's bad. And then a smooth, he wanted a smooth as well, which is a really good idea. There are a couple of inclusions, but he wasn't worried. This was a super old block. I did ask him if he wanted me to start again, and he was fine with it. It's the nature of the wood, which it is. And Johnny's a regular customer, so sometimes ordinarily I'd do something with that, but Johnny was quite keen for the pipes, and so what is good about this pipe is the bird's eye. You know, as the old saying goes, you can't have it all. Well, in the pipe world, you can't have it all very often. But yeah, just give that a bit of a polish up. It's been ready for a few days, so hopefully you can see this has got just the most amazing spread of tight little bird's eye all over it, with a kind of a fissure going where maybe it's folded over itself or something, I don't know, but that's really cool element to that. You don't often see that you do get it, but it's I seem to notice it more in older briar than newer briar. I don't know why that is. Very tight bird's eye all over the back here and up here, and this was the Yeti Blizzard, Chris called it, which is cool as well. When this was poured, it kind of fell down the sides, but I kind of like it. So it's a different effect. I know Chris is working on the consistency for these, and I think he's getting somewhere with it from what he said. So these were, just to be clear, these were trial rods that Chris gave me. So these were not marketed at the time. So he was working through some kinks, but when there are kinks, there are interesting and beautiful things that happen, and you can choose to look at it that way. So yeah, it's kind of cool, and it's cool contrast between the two pipes, the different effect. So these will be going off to Johnny tomorrow. I did get them finished late Friday, but there's no post, so try and get them at the same distance so you can see they're the same. That's harder than you might think. There we go. So these two pipes for Mr. Johnny. What am I working on? I'm working on a Dublin, but this time a bent Dublin. When I first started doing this Dublin shape with the straighter walls as opposed to the slight curve, I started it off with a bent pipe that I did. Oh, I've got a honeybee on my coffee. Hello. Come on. Yeah. Just landed on my hand. He's a happy chap. Still some flowers about. And so it was with a bent pipe, and then someone's looked through my back catalogue on Instagram, a guy called Kevin, and messaged me about commissioning a pipe, and he wants he liked the lines of that pipe, so I'm producing one, but he wants a slightly shorter stem and a plateau. So I did the rough shaping of the bowl. I won't show you that, it's pretty ugly at the minute, but I know it's going to be okay, as long as the briar behaves itself with pits and whatnot. But yeah, it's coming on nice, and he's having a Cumberland Blue stem, and I haven't used that material for a little while. I think I did a billiard with it, so that's all fun. So getting on with that, and then I've got finally, it's the end of the season. Today's my last proper day of work. There's a function on Tuesday to do for 60 people, which is fine. buffet. Then going to catch up with my ex's lad, spend a bit of time with him, play a bit of golf before the snow comes, and then I'm going to meet up with Bruno in St Claude. I've got my St Claude mug today for my coffee. But yeah, I sort of hit Bruno up and said, "Oh yeah, I'm on a break. Do you fancy meeting up?" Because we get on really well, becoming good mates. And so he said, "Yeah, well, I'm going to be in St Claude for a thing. It's like a French pipe group, French pipe smokers and makers, called the Brotherhood of the Pipe," which sounds a bit dodgy, if I am honest. But no, it's you know, it's a good sort of pipe club, and it's in the birthplace of pretty much world pipe making, you know, in terms of Briar in St Claude, and it's a beautiful town. I get to see my mate and speak with a load of like-minded people. So he's invited me along, and we're actually staying in the same hotel. So we're going to have an evening of dinner, chats, certainly some drinks, and a good smoke. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be nice. That's my. It's not even networking. It's just a pleasure to go to. So I'm going to look forward to that. Pipe smokers seem to be the same the world over. You know, they're sort of chilled out chaps who know how to have a good time. Oh, he's back, and he thinks my coffee cup is a flower, and he can't figure it out. There's a few of them actually. Yeah, there's another one. Then in November, I'm going to go and see my mum in the UK, and I'm meeting up with a couple of my online mates who we get together from time to time. My mate Eddie's a farmer in near Halifax in Yorkshire, and he puts us all up, so we're gonna go have a raucous weekend there as well. But apart from that, I'll just be making pipes, going hiking, feeling human, and waiting for the winter season to start in the kitchen. But yeah, oh gosh, 12 minutes. Yeah, so that's it. So that's what's going on with me. But I'm going to make a few pipes when I go to Eddie's, because it's always nice to come with something, you know. Right, anyway, enjoy your Sunday, everyone, and I'll be back with a new vid when I finish that Dublin. Alright, all the best.